Yikes. Let's see how much he gaslights or
The socialist policies in
himself.
practice redistribute from the working class to the super wealthy in practice.
Oh, this
and I can prove that.
Does anybody see what he did there? Hassan does this all the time as well. The millionaires and the 1% are not your enemies. It's the billionaires that are your enemies, because these guys have all been so successful in their grift,
Hassan,
and they've all made so much money that now they have to convince you that they live your lifestyle.
I mean, to be frank, the government, the lobbyists, the mainstream media who push these fucked up narratives, right? They're all working together, those three fucking groups, right? And you got the content creators that suck the dick of the government too, right? So you got like 4 groups there.
Virtually nothing different.
And Hassan is a dick sucker.
Between any of you guys.
He will suck that government dick whenever he can. He will suck it so hard.
And someone like myself, I am closer to where you are than we are to a guy like Elon Musk or a billionaire or a like.
Bro, if Elon Musk were to come up in this area and try to pay you money, you would accept that shit. If he gave you a job, don't give you that shit.
All-time millionaire.
Jeez, Hassan just keeps on playing word games to try and relate to the common folk. Like he wasn't born with a golden spoon in his mouth. I mean, the fact is, this guy has never not known money. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, this guy was on mainstream media the whole time. He was on, right, the Young Turks with his fucking uncle, right? Cenk Uygur, right? That's how he got started. That's how he did YouTube and everything. He did his fucking, his red pill content, right?
If that wasn't evident already by the fact that this guy's identity is literally designer clothing.
The dude is a fucking industry plant shill, okay? He will suck the Democrats' dick whenever he can. And the dude hates Trump to the core.
Family has had money for several generations at least. The guy's biggest struggle was convincing his uncle Cenk Uygur, the owner of the Young Turks, to try and let him be a media personality on the network. I mean, that's after he hired him with no prior experience. As a family favor
for
Hassan,
there's his fucking red pill content.
Hassan's father, a previous board member of Sabansi Holding.
Sabansi Holding? Oh, so he's so he's been born with the fucking silver spoon. Yeah. So he's basically a trust fund baby, right?
Company with revenue in the tens of billions. Then you have Hassan's grandfather, who in public records show him leading a group of 30 investors to buy $70 million apartment buildings. I mean, did you think it was a coincidence that Hassan fell into a career where he makes potentially millions of dollars a year? Yeah. But I'm not the only one noticing how Hassan keeps on trying to use wordplay to try and put himself on the same level as the common folk. Looks like other people
he
are
will
starting
never
to
be on
notice
the
as
same
well.
level.
Class to the very, very wealthy, a very small.
The dude has a fucking silver spoon, right? Silver platter. Everything was basically given to him.
Group of people actually get richer.
So
Also,
the
the dude's
socialist
a trust
policies
fund
that
baby.
Provide goods and services to
is set for
Canadians,
life.
let's say, or denizens of other countries by printing money, actually
He
punish the
just
poor
keeps,
brutally.
The
asking
socialist
people to throw money
policies?
at him.
What?
In consequence of the inflation that they generate.
Yes, I mean, all the socialist policies in practice redistribute from the working class to the super wealthy.
Also, I love this. I love that the left and the right, the socialists and the commies, and the I can't speak to Canadian. I don't know if this guy's an authoritarian like Trump is or whatever, right?
I mean,
but
it's
I
Canada,
love that all of them. Hold on. Has anybody seen?
Why
has
should
anybody
you trust
seen
a Canadian?
this? Does anybody see what he just did there?
If they're not
The
from
socialist-
America, why would you trust a Canadian? I'm sorry. Just look. They were ruled by Trudeau for like 8 years. Right? These guys are cooked.
policies in practice redistribute from the working class to the super wealthy in practice. And I can prove that on
Does anybody see what he did there? Does anybody see what's going on here? Oh my god, it's so cute that they've done this.
Well, why doesn't he just show receipts?
The messaging, because these guys have become
Yeah, the messaging that they're
so
yeah.
fucking wealthy. Hassan does this all the time as well. It's no longer
Okay. He's talking about this thing he did in the beginning.
transferring from the poor to the rich or from the poor to the wealthy. It's from the poor to the
I
ultra
said it in the
rich,
beginning.
or from the
Right, I said it in the beginning. It's the government, the lobbyists, right? The people who are paying the lobbyists to push that shit. Right, you have content creators who are pushing the same fucking narrative, right? You have all these people who are buying into, right, their utopia.
the poor to the ultra wealthy.
Well, I
The
like to call it
millionaires and
their
the 1%
dystopia.
are not your enemies. It's the billionaires
they want
that
a
are your enemies.
dystopia.
Because these guys have all been so successful in their grift, and they've all made so much money that now they have to convince you that they live your lifestyle. They're basically they're closer. A guy making
I mean, they want you to redistribute your own wealth to them so that you can be a fucking loser.
a 7-figure income. His life is way closer to yours than it is to Jeff Bezos or anybody like that. Like, these are your people. They're working class just like you.
I mean,
What did I listen to this on stream or was this on my subreddit off stream?
I mean,
where Hassan's-
I hate it because Destiny does the same thing though. I don't know why the fuck he's talking.
to something like oh god, it was another income related comment. I don't remember this clip. It was like a minute.
I mean, don't get me wrong. What Destiny is saying is correct, right? But I still think he's a fucking shill too.
long, and Hassan said something. I was like, yeah, I think I kind of agree with that. And then there was like a 20 seconds, and then he said something else. Like,
Yeah, he's also into some criminal activity right now. I don't know why this idiot got into doing what he did. This fucking retard. The dude was okay until he did some criminal activity.
oh my god, it's so
Now he's
stupid.
now he's
I don't remember
in
what it
some
was.
fucking hot
but
water. Fucking tossed his life away.
The left
for
and the
some
right
stupid
have
shit.
moved
Nice.
onto
Good
that
job.
messaging where they
You
always
sound like a fucking Minnesota lawyer.
specify. They're always talking about the ultra wealthy. It's always the ultra wealthy, not just wealthy, because these guys are both. Well, I can't speak to the other guy, but like Jordan Peterson, part of the Daily Wire, has made like probably millions of dollars on his like big right wing grift and everything. So now it has to be the ultra wealthy. It's not us. It's the people that are even richer than us. You know.
yes, I mean
Destiny is onto something here.
I mean-
I've noticed the shift in presentation is
Yeah, like I said, he's not wrong. But I should stop pausing and let it go.
as well. The Hassan that made 50K a year working at TYT sounds far different than the multi-millionaire we hear today.
Yeah, if you looking at all through his all of his content, there's changes. It's subtle changes, but there are changes.
Especially when addressing this sort of stuff. And
Yeah, if you look
honestly,
through his
it
older
doesn't
stuff
take a
to
rocket
now,
scientist
yep,
to deduce
there's been a
why
big
that would
shift.
be. It's all pretty obvious. Hassan
yeah, it's
loves to
obvious.
try and make people think that he is just like them. You guys are both fighting the good fight together. He keeps trying to make it seem like his life is a lot closer to a homeless person than Jeff Bezos.
Homeless yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at all of Hassan's shit in the back, and I'm just like, yeah, this is not a homeless person. And if Hassan is making himself
sure,
out to be some fucking, some broke ass motherfucker, he's a fucking liar.
He keeps trying to make it seem like his life is a lot closer to a homeless person than Jeff Bezos. Like, brother, sure, it's easy to say that while
You want me
you're
to
sleeping
take
in
off your
multi-million-dollar
Twitch
property.
profile
Sure,
pic and let
you
me
might
do
not
some
have
artwork
a
for you and
private
for your
jet
channel? Your
yourself.
content is really engaging and
You
shit, so
aren't
if you want to grow
exactly
your channel,
struggling, my
follow
dude.
my Discord.
Watch as he
I
tries
hate
to make
you.
a group of convict firefighters
That's like what
that are probably
Hassan
making
says.
about $30 a day think that he is actually no different than them.
Actually, no, he
He
doesn't
was
even say
asking,
that.
like, why do we care? Like, how we got involved.
He
Like,
doesn't care at all,
that's a long
actually.
story, but
I try to explain to people all the time that are listening that they are closer to where you are, and I am closer to where you are than we are to a guy like Elon Musk or a billionaire or a
I
multi-millionaire.
mean,
You
I
know,
see
owns
what he's
multiple
trying to
condos,
say and
properties.
putting himself on the
Like,
spectrum, but it's
obviously, sometimes
no, dude.
people don't have a good starting position in life. You know what I mean?
I'm
And
sorry.
they get lost in the system. Like, no one is like truly evil. Virtually nothing's different.
No one is
between
truly evil.
any of you guys and someone like
What?
myself, except for, like, I'm willing to bet that my beginning point is more affluent, more privileged.
Do you know who's truly evil? Serial killers. Do you know who's truly evil? Terrorists. What do you mean no one's truly evil? What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, I mean, I guess you can say in their ideology, right, in their heads, they think they're not evil, right, because they think they're in the right. I guess. But I mean, if we were to do the whole objectivity thing between morality and ethics and blah 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 and philosophy and good versus evil and all of that bullshit, right? No. There's people who've done some horrendous shit. And they deserve the pike.
You know what I mean? That's it. Like, I fucked up when I was a kid. I fucked up when I was a young adult. I mean, I got arrested,
no, you're
you know what I
fucking
mean?
up
Like,
still now, dude. What are you talking about, bro?
but the difference is,
You're a fucking liar.
well, I mean, I was broke when I got arrested.
Yeah,
so that's not the best
you're an
example. But,
industry
like,
plant.
But still, like,
Like, imagine the absolute disrespect. Like, I don't know the
Twitch decided to take me out for some reason. Guess I was leaning too hard into Hassan being a bigot. But as I was saying before we got rudely interrupted. But he's referring to this dumb video where he's like, oh yeah, I got arrested and went to jail, but there's no real, like, we're just going off by his word, and I don't think it, I think he's just lying.
but one could imagine. All I do know is that saying this to your chat full of spoiled, ignorant rich kids trying to rebel against their parents is one thing. But saying this to a group of incarcerated firefighters just comes off as insanely disrespectful to me. Let's be real, Hassan. You probably
Yeah, I
got
don't know
arrested
what the
for being
fuck.
drunk at a frat party that got busted or some shit. You are not the same. Stop trying to relate,
because he
bro.
got,
It's
oh,
just
that's what
offensive.
it was, because he got busted at a frat party. And that's why he got arrested. Fuck out. Whatever, just
Not to mention
not
that
even that
literally
bad.
nobody is buying it.
They just
I bet
lock
even
you
your
up for like
chat
what,
is
a
rolling
night?
their eyes at you, dude.
2
This
nights and that's
guy
it.
literally has the same car as Bill Gates, and he sleeps in a multi-million-dollar property in West Hollywood. The guy signs contracts worth millions of dollars
Yeah.
with one of the biggest corporations in the world, and he thinks he can relate to the normies of society. What a joke. And it's not like he just put his foot in his mouth once over this topic. This is a repeated thing. Hassan truly believes it, or at least wants you to believe
Well, I mean, he's also a. He said a lot of horrendous shit.
that he believes it.
Are you going to Skid Row? Because why you think?
It's funny
Because we
too,
wanna
because
help
when
people.
he
That's
tries
it.
to
That's the
wrap
reason.
people
And
up in
we wanna
his own
humanize homeless
bullshit
people,
too.
especially at a time when homelessness is surging, and violent acts against homeless people are also surging, and a lot of that comes from dehumanization and people refusing
What
to
do you
recognize
mean? You fucking dehumanize everyone too. What are you talking about?
that these are real people who are.
You dehumanize them by going up to them, and then he did an IRL stream where he went around I think LA or some shit, and he was just streaming homeless people or some shit. Like what? I think he was helping them or giving them what, food and water and like what, clothes or some shit. I don't know. But it's like, why the fuck are you down there having people throw money at you? Like, you're a shady fuck.
Victims of the oppressive structures that we all exist under. And
Nice pyramid scheme you guys are running in Twitch. The content creators pyramid schemers.
that many of you are closer to them.
I'm joking.
Many of you are closer to them than you are to the likes of Elon Musk, myself included. Other billionaires are closer to homelessness than they are closer to Elon Musk. So,
What are you even talking about, bro?
so yeah.
Do
As
you
the,
even
eminent house owner?
do you even look at what the fuck what's in your background? Eminent house. What do you? You have more people. You make more money than anyone in this fucking stream, or anyone in this channel. Not only that, but they give you money, so you profit off them.
Socialism has went no house, so we're gonna go visit real socialists.
Hassan
What?
Piker is
You're the embodiment of communist and socialism.
closer to homelessness than he is Elon Musk.
Motherfucker, you
Holy
embody them both.
Dude. I mean, maybe if we're trying to make like a 5th grade math problem out of the situation, but the reality is, dude, you're kind of an asshole for even suggesting this. You have never had to struggle for anything in your life, dude. When you really look at it, you could go anywhere you want and buy anything you want.
Yeah,
And
pretty
that
much.
is a whole lot closer to the richest man in the world.
Also, look at this guy wearing chains and accessories. Oh my god. So stylish.
Than a man sleeping on the street with nothing. Dude, stop trying
Do
to
you
draw
need
the
an
class
ego
division
boost for
line
all those
right
chains?
at your feet. It's super insulting to
Okay.
include yourself in that struggle. This is like a rich kid trying to act like he's from the ghetto and
Yeah,
understands
yeah,
how the
exactly.
streets work or something. You're like Papa Doc or something, dude. Just an absolute fraud.
Yeah,
What?
motherfucker came to America, or right? I don't even was he born here? He was probably born. He's an American. Yeah, like come the fuck on. Like get the fuck out. This guy is such a fucking shit.
As he tries to rationalize to chat that the only reason his house is so expensive is because of its location. He seriously
Just because of its location. No, California is just fucked in the head. California is expensive as fuck. For how he's living, I don't understand how people are paying this fucking crazy guy. But I mean, if you want to fuel his stupidity, so be it.
seriously tries to act like it isn't just a really nice house.
It's funny because the only reason why my house is so expensive, especially considering the size of it.
Oh yeah, also it probably went up because of inflation and all that shit. So it's probably much more expensive now.
My house in most other housing markets would be half the price. It would be maximum, depending on what year you're purchasing the house. It would be like, it could go all.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't live in the past anymore, huh? It's the present now, pretty boy. Hey, princess, you might want to get up and get with the program. It's the present.
all the way down to like $200,000, right? My house right now in Texas, even in Austin, would be maximum 5.
Oh, wait, he owns more houses? Oh, so a rich boy with more property. Oh, wow. Hey, good for you.
$100,000 to $700,000, maybe $1 million, which is not a cheap house by any means, but people make.
This dude is such a fucking.
It seem as though it is considered like.
Oh, this
the
guy's a
house
joke.
that I currently live in is, I think,
I can't
smaller
believe Twitch
than
actually gave
my,
this guy content.
grandparents'
Twitch is
house
just
in New
full.
Jersey.
I can see now why Twitch gives people contracts to the people they do. At least some of them. Just fucking brain rotted people.
And when they bought it, when he bought it in like the
Money
I
talks,
think
right?
like the early 90s,
If someone can just throw
their
money
old
at
house in New
stupidity, why
Jersey,
not?
When he bought it in the early 90s, it was nothing. It was like 150,000 or something, which is still a lot for back then.
The dude is lying so much.
But it's just like a $3 million house in LA is like a $200K house in the Midwest. Yeah, people say like, oh, your grandparents are rich. I mean, I've talked about this before. They used to be.
What do you mean they used to be? You're a trust fund baby. What the fuck are you talking about?
But once again, it's funny that you mentioning you have a house is enough flex on 90% of us here. It's so funny that this conversation all of a sudden,
yeah, you literally, all you do is talk about yourself and flex on other people. Like, come the fuck. You even did it in your old content, too, where you flexed on people. Like, come the fuck up. You huffed that fucking whippet so hard, dude.
like people that are
You
currently living
huffed
in
the
their
paint
parents'
so
Connecticut
hard,
mansion,
Hassan.
okay, that is significantly nicer and more expensive than the house that I'm talking about in New Jersey, are in the chat typing, wow, rich grandparents. Like, it's so funny to say this because you have no understanding of
Brother, you live in California. Shut the fuck up, commie.
what the house that I currently live in looks like, and the house that you're currently typing that from. Like, you're not living. People will be living in Ohio in.
I'm living in California in a, I don't know, what okay house. I mean, it's not that big. It's enough for what? The three bedroom, two restrooms, one family room, right? It's not a big house, but it's decent. This house is probably fucking expensive now. I mean, compared to some of the houses around me, though, holy fuck, they're much more expensive. Some of the houses around me are fucking 2-story houses, too. And some of these houses have remodeled as well, massively. If anything, so a lot of people around me are way wealthier than I am, that's for sure. Holy shit. Like, compared to, like, some of these people, I'm a fucking ant. Compared to Hassan, he's way wealthier than I am. So I don't know what the fuck this guy is talking about.
Like a compound.
Also, I still live with my parents. This guy lives alone.
Basically, typing like.
Lives alone and freeloads off other people's misery, by the way.
Wow, rich socialism. But it's not on screen, so,
You're a commie.
Dude, are you
This guy is a commie and a socialist through and through. The motherfucker lives in California.
seriously trying to act like nobody knows what your house looks like?
Like I said,
One,
anybody who
you
lives in
stream it
California
all
is a
day
commie.
long and have in multiple locations.
Just blanket
Two,
it.
pictures of it literally
blanket
went
it.
viral when you bought it. We all know what it looks like, dude. There is no way of cutting this. It's a nice house. Not a
Until
basic house by
California
any stretch
turns
of the-
red on the electoral map, right, it will be forever a commie state.
imagination. Sure, its location definitely increased its value, but nobody forced
I
you to buy
mean,
a prop-
just look at who's in power in fucking California, and what all the tech companies are doing. They're a bunch of commies.
property in West Hollywood. You bought that because you wanted to socialize with rich people like
Yeah.
yourself. Your car
Yeah.
is literally worth as much as a house in some cases.
Yeah, that car is probably worth more than my life.
Dude,
That's how
stop
fucked up
trying
it
to
is.
act like you understand poor people.
Yeah,
Hassan
get the
is
fuck outta
literally
here.
a Balenciaga trash bag dress.
Yeah.
Trying to act poor as some sort of weird aesthetic when we can all see it's bullshit.
Also, what's with him and his purity ring? Like, what?
And this kind of impressively stupid attitude is really nothing new when it comes to Hassan. Just look at how
Also, he just looks like, just look at, he's got like the porn star stash on, and he's got like the porn star look going on.
he reacted to people criticizing his purchase of the Porsche
Just look at his
Taycan he
face.
bought a couple years back.
There's literally no car that you could have bought that is
Oh,
more
well,
ethical. It's
I mean,
electric,
the-
manufactured
well,
by well-paid workers in
The
Germany.
modern,
That stuff
well,
doesn't
not
matter.
not the old
That-
Hassan. I'm
it's
talking
not-
about
it's not
the
ethics.
the
There is
the present day Hassan.
purchase ethics in this conversation.
Dude
That's
is a
why
clown.
people will literally take this to its like maximum degree and be like, "Are you going to be okay if Hassan buys a private jet? Are you going to be okay if Hassan makes as much money as Jeff Bezos?" Like, there's no, I can't make as much money as Jeff Bezos. I don't want to make as much money as Jeff
What do you mean? You're a liar.
Bezos, and it's literally impossible for me to make as much money as Jeff Bezos without fucking exploiting people. That's the whole point.
But you are exploiting people right now. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Don't you do activist activities for Twitch and other events, and then for Ludwig and
Because on Twitter saying you should stop claiming you're part of the working class. That's one. People say things like,
No, I'm not sorry, by the way.
you
I
know,
hate some of these
I
people.
can't believe he's like lying to people that I'm funding the vanguard, the revolutionary vanguard.
How do you think you made all this money?
I hate some of these people, even though I haven't even met them. Why? Because their personality is just them saying the shit they do on stream. It's just like, holy shit.
Hassan, do you honestly
Same
think
with
it
Ludwig.
wasn't
Ludwig's
from
a
exploiting
fucking-
people? Bro, you took contracts
that
from
kid
one of the most
is,
notoriously scummy
that's a
companies
yikers.
on the planet.
I mean, obviously he's just trying to protect his brand and his friendship.
One that is famous for
yikes.
exploiting its workers. How about all those people's videos you just watch all day, every day without giving any sort of insightful commentary? Especially when you just walk away and go to the bathroom for extended periods of time with the content playing. Do you
yeah,
think you weren't
true.
exploiting people for profit when you did that?
Mm-hmm.
Newsflash, buddy, your bank account is built off of exploitation.
Yeah.
There
I
is
mean,
no
yeah,
two
just look
ways
at what he's doing here.
of looking
Right?
at it.
I mean, just look
You
at what he did with
are
the
exactly what
fucking
you preach
the
against
homeless people
all
he
the
was
time.
helping,
Alright,
apparently.
guys, I said my bit. I hope you guys liked the video, and if you did, hit that like button and subscribe. And if you want to
There
see
you
more
go,
content
sir.
like this, YouTube thinks you're gonna like this video right here.
Yeah, I mean, if Hassan wasn't such a cunt, You know, I'd actually like him, but he's a fucking asshole, so I don't like him. He's like a Biden. He's a I mean, he's not as senile, but he's basically Biden. The dude's a fucking commie through and through. I hate Destiny, but I hate Hassan 100% more. Imagine criticizing Jeff Bezos for being rich while simultaneously getting paid millions. Yeah, I never understood that. You are working for Twitch. You have a contract with Twitch. That in turn makes you an employee, or well, kind of an employee, of Jeff Bezos. You're getting railed in the behind, brother. Yeah, and you're just taking it. You're loving it. As my house is only so expensive because I live in one of the most affluent communities on the planet, that doesn't make me that different. Like I said, the dude lives in California. Anyone who lives in California, just think of them as commies. Okay? No ifs, ands, or buts. You shouldn't trust them. I mean, you can probably trust some of them, but even then, you should still be skeptical. Shit, you should even be skeptical of me. Even though I'm more, I'm more moderately right on the right side, or right, fucking Republican side. How do you do fellow poors like a man earning more in one stream than 99% of most Americans? I love going into his chat and saying, eat the rich includes you. Yeah, basically. Yeah, yeah, all he says is eat the rich, but he wants to eat the rich too, so what the fuck? And the motherfucker's rich himself, compared to, like, most people. Chang's nephew and Destiny fighting is truly comedic gold, considering they're more similar than different. Yeah, that's the funny thing. Yeah, both Hassan and Destiny, they're like... they almost fight over the same shit. It's fucking hilarious. They're almost... I don't want to say they're opposites, but... they kind of are. I mean, they should just kiss and make up already. Hassan is the classic is dumb, sounds dumb archetype, and well, I mean, just look at, Hassan is a meathead, literally. I think this way because I hate the rich and I hate landlords, and I think the rich, preppy white chicks should get raped. He's that guy. He's that fucking guy. Destiny socialist countries, you either have ultra wealthy party members and the poor. Non-party members. There's no in between. Oh yeah. In socialist countries, yeah. There's no in between. You're either really rich or you're just super dirt fucking poor. Canada has actively been making that divide way more apparent by adopting more and more socialist policies. Well, I mean, them, like, stopping, or, like, debanking, right, the truckers and, right, destroying, basically, that whole economy, right? Like, ugh. What can you do, man? Hassan is doing an entirely different thing where he's trying to agitate for this kind of system to be implemented further within the U. Well, yeah, obviously. That's all Hassan does is... Sorry, excuse me. Is advocate for the U.S. to become more communistic and socialistic. That's all it is. That's all he wants to do. The right is not trying to agitate against the rich, rather against the government that is causing this problem. Destiny, once again, needs to just go back to playing video games and stay outside of politics. But he loves politics. He loves, like, these guys love spurging out. Like, that is their daily, day-to-day thing, is to spur out. And act like children. Bro, I work at Chili's. Guess who was back there for a 16-hour shift with me? Running the grill, flipping salads, pushing out cakes. No smoke. A true Ottoman American hero. What is he talking about? What? It's with regards to 250, Thomas Shelby character said in Peaky Blinders, if you're going to take a chance on someone, take a chance on yourself, and if you go far enough to the left, you'll meet yourself coming around the right. So that is a dumb man, but Destiny seems to choose to be that way. Well, I mean, they both choose to be that way. It's just they go about it in different ways. Alright, what do we got for the next one? Oh yeah, so what is this one? Did he spurg out on Trump?
Like, if you're a Republican today and you're watching me right now, or you're watching CNN, you go,
Yes, I'm watching. What is the problem?
Every other previous Democratic administration has enjoyed all of this glazing from our tech overlords.
What do you mean?
Why is it a problem when we finally have that?
What are you talking
There's
about?
also a historical parallel here that we can point to as well in terms of, you know, the movement, the aesthetics of fascism, fashion and fascism intersecting.
What is he talking
What's
about?
unique about this predicament, what's unique about this situation unfolding in front of
Oh,
us,
there's a Jeff
is that this
Oh, it's all...
time around,
There's Google, Facebook, and Bezos. Amazon. All the fucking shitheads.
the tech billionaires
Yeah, basically all of Silicon Valley's there.
that have presented themselves as liberals for a very long time.
Well, yeah, they're gonna move where the country moves. They kind of have to. I mean, they have to play by the rules of what the government wants. They are operating within the government's boundaries. I mean, if the government wanted to nuke them, they could.
Are open.
Just look at this lizard, dude. What is this? Hold on. I need this. Like, what? Why does he look like? He's just like, oh shit, I am fucked. What's wrong, Zuckerberg? What's wrong, homie? Why do you got that face for? What's wrong, bro? It's like you're seeing death in the eyes or something.
Long time.
Oh fuck.
Are openly saying they're on board with the Republican train now. They're on board the Trump train. They're going choo-choo.
Jeez, Hassan is actually
Choo-choo,
cracking
yeah,
under the
let's go.
anxiety of what
Choo-choo,
the new
Trump, let's go.
administration means for him. The guy is actually so worried that tech companies seem to be bending the knee to Trump and his incoming administration. And Hassan is
Well, I mean, they have to if they want to make some money.
desperately worried what that means.
You
for
think they're gonna let their business fail because they decided not to change their business rules? Because a new government is changing the rules a little bit? What? What do we do? What?
It seems like the guy knows that things have been
If your job was to do a specific thing, and that is to make a specific, say, blueprint, and put in descriptive details on how to do on how to do the things. Would you not? Is that not what you're supposed to do? Like what?
Bent in his favor.
That
for
is
a
your
while
job.
now,
Nothing more,
and
nothing
he's
less.
kind of worried how things might be different.
To put any fucking any political or any emotional politics behind it is like, that's not what a job is for.
For him going forward.
I mean, now if your job is for now if your job is an entertainment job where you just commentate like a YouTube fig, okay.
Poor guy thinks his propaganda might get deprioritized in favor of Republicans. And not only that, Hassan's buddies in the fashion industry seem to be okay with styling
I'm sorry.
Republicans now. Yeah, Hassan's really not okay with that one. I gotta say, it's been quite amusing watching Hassan panic at the imminent change that is upon him.
Yeah, let's watch.
I mean, I feel like people should have already like what are we doing here? Why are we acting so afraid? Like, what is going on? I don't. The dude just got put into his position. What's today? He's been in his position for 7 days. And people are still spurging the fuck out. For no fucking reason. Other than to just spurg the fuck out. This motherfucker doesn't even work in some of these fucking places. He sits at a fucking computer desk. In his kingdom of his sanctuary. Right? Doing fuck all and talking to people. Like, what? This guy is not going into the field to do anything. The dude just sits here in his fucking seat to do fuck all.
Let's watch the carcass deliver his last speech.
The dude has
I
no
guess.
fucking
Did we
degree.
just miss it?
The dude is a college dropout. Same with everyone in fucking Twitch. I'm sorry. That's too much. That's too much shade I'm throwing.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
Biden gave a
Twitch.
speech and I
I'm
missed
sorry.
it. Yeah, I
I'm
don't
sorry,
really care.
broadcasters.
Dude,
You
I'm
don't
not gonna
deserve
lie.
that.
I'm having a hard time caring, man. I really am. In terms of like caring about all the dangerous things that are about to happen, I'm gonna offer a lot of coverage. And
You should just
hopefully,
move out of the state.
Do my very
Why
best.
why
to speak
why
on
don't
the
you
humanity
move to
of the
like
victims,
London?
Okay. Of this.
Why don't you move to
upcoming,
EU?
Of this upcoming administration. But in terms of all the palace intrigue, in terms of like, oh, Joe Biden, ooh, drama. John Fetterman, did he wear a short and hoodie? Like.
But he's Feder Woman. Come on, man. Get with the program. You should have known this already. Feder Woman knows what's up. He's got the pink shirt and he's got it on it. He can wear it again, right? He still has it, I think, right?
What were Biden's last words? I don't care.
Yeah.
What do you
Hassan
mean you
wants
don't
to
care? But you wanted Biden, didn't you? You wanted Biden to win. What's wrong? Yeah. Why aren't you rooting for your party anymore? What's going on?
sit here and act like he is just too cool to care about the situation. But the reality is just the opposite. Hassan cares probably too much about the situation. And it's pretty ironic that he would say that he doesn't care about the drama of what John Fetterman wears, when in the exact same stream, he is awfully concerned with
Yeah,
what
he's concerned of what Melania is wearing. He's concerned of what the everyone in the everyone at the inauguration was wearing, apparently.
Melania Trump is wearing, and that the fashion industry seems to be cozying up to Republicans.
Oh
and
yeah,
styling them.
oh yeah, something. Oh yeah, I don't. What is that about? So are you saying that no industry should allow products to go? So you're saying when Trump buys products, he shouldn't be able to from these companies? He should just be barred from. That's undemocratic of you. You know that. That's not very American of you.
For events. His rant around
I
the situation.
love it.
This is about as
Look at
unhinged
Hassan.
as you would imagine.
A walking
Check this
fucking
out.
contradiction.
Listening in on that.
It's great.
I've talked about this yesterday. There's a whole thesis that can be written about the fact that fashion houses are now open to dressing both Usha and Melania as opposed to not dressing anyone during the Trump first term. There's a normalization that's happening. Yeah. Also,
What?
there's also a historical
Who the fuck is Yubi? There is a whole thesis that can be written about the fact that fashion houses are now open to dressing both Usha and Melania as opposed to not dressing anyone during the first Trump term. Are they what? Are they trying to spin? What is up with these guys and trying to spin like weird conspiracy theories? Do they just go on Reddit and just talk about the most random brain dead shit ever? Are these guys trying to find the Illuminati? Is that what's happening?
a parallel here that we can point to as well in terms of, the Nazi movement, the aesthetics of fascism, fashion and fascism intersecting, and how big fashion
The
houses
leap, man, the
also
leap.
had no issues.
Dude, if my teachers were to listen to this shit, they'd fucking be like, "What is this guy talking about?"
With historical fascist movements and actually supported them too.
Actually, I don't
Whether it
think
be
they would care that
Hugo
much.
Boss or even
Everyone
Chanel.
has their opinions.
I think,
but I don't think
I
they'd
think
be
that there is a historical parallel
up in arms.
there, to a
I
certain
don't think
degree.
they'd like
But
this
you're
one very
absolutely
much.
right. It's something that I brought up as well. Oscar de la Renta was openly posting about dressing Usha Vance, right? JD Vance's wife. So I agree. All of these like elite
Why does it matter?
corporations are this time around completely servile to the interests of fascists, right? Here it is, Oscar de la Renta talking about Ivanka Trump. Swipe to see the making of Ivanka Trump's custom pearl and crystal gown. Such elegance.
Jeez, dude.
I don't
it's
know
Like the
where-
word fascist just doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah.
These
I hate it because they don't use the terms correctly. And it just turns the English language into shit. Alright, this is why I don't like Americans anymore. Even though I'm American. It's this fucking retard right here. He literally turned our system into fucking shit. Well, I mean, it's not just him. But it's the Bidens, right? The Nancy Pelosi's, the Deanna Feinstein, right? The Cory Bush, the AOCs, the Elizabeth Warrens, right? The Maxine Water, right? All these people, fuck these people. They all need to get fucked.
guys just throw this around way too
They all
flippantly.
they all
And the guy
throw
is
they all
upset
throw
just over
stray bullets. Literally stray bullets. And then they try to spring up rumors and conspiracy theory. It's so fucking weird. So
Weirdest
fucking weird.
thing possible. Like, think about it. It made no sense for the fashion industry to exclude these people in the first place.
Yeah, it makes no sense for any company to exclude anybody from any service. Unless they did some horrendous shit, right?
They were just shooting themselves in the foot by doing so. I mean, just think about it. How many rich people are Republican? I'd say there's a fair amount.
Yeah.
So why exclude that market? What it really
Yeah.
sounds like.
Yeah, why would you exclude anyone from your market? That's like shooting yourself in the foot. You would be basically losing revenue and profit because you're not capturing a large demographic of people. That would be dumb for a company. Right? You would want to try and cast a large net as much as you can for your own product, would you not?
Is you are upset that they decided to start marketing to both sides, which is just totally absurd. This guy is such an elitist
it makes no sense.
weirdo.
Yeah.
Dude is trying to gatekeep.
I mean,
aesthetic.
obviously he's just trying to gatekeep shit. Yeah. Like, why would a company listen to your moral grandstanding or your virtue signaling, Hassan? I mean, it may work with Twitch because they're an activist platform, but
From the right. What a loser. But honestly, probably exactly the comment I would expect coming from a bro-level political commentator that is a little too obsessed with their image. But that's not the only...
Oh yeah, dude. As soon as Hassan gets caught up into some weird drama shit where his reputation tanks, he's fucked. just like Destiny right now with his fucking weird his weird criminal activity shit. Good luck.
people Hassan is worried about switching sides. Check this one out.
I mean, then again, I mean, these guys are basically like lol cows, right? They try to drama farm. Instead, they do it the political way.
CNN.
And they try to use political rhetoric, right? Any rhetoric they can to push their narrative.
While pointing out all the tech billionaires and CEOs, President Trump's inauguration just glosses.
I mean, you can kind of see it with any Twitch streamer who does any like political content. They try to do their own agenda.
over the millions.
Shit, even I
said
can,
billionaires
even I
and
do that
CEOs
shit.
funneled to Trump, and instead treating it as a branding and aesthetics exercise.
But these folks,
And then just scattered throughout.
Even gaming streamers spin their own agenda too. Why would they want to bring in any of this shit?
Are these tech CEOs?
yeah. I mean, the exclusivity of this room is incredible. I mean, there are
It's too controversial.
governors and
It brings too
high-level
much hate.
elected officials who are in the overflow.
And
Like,
some
if
people
you're a
don't like
Republican
talking
today
about
and you're watching me right now, or
hard
you're
topics.
watching CNN, you go, what's the problem? Every other previous Democratic administration has enjoyed all of this glazing from our tech overlords. Why is it a problem when we finally have that, right? And I think that's a valid perspective to have. And that's
I mean, business moves where the money goes. And the money is going where the Republicans are going.
That's what I'm trying to explain, is that the billionaires, no matter who's in charge, do not have your best interest in mind. And I hope that is...
Yeah, anyone with a brain could have thought, right? I mean, he's not wrong, obviously, but yes, anyone with a brain could have thought in that.
clear.
Unless you're so fucking captured by these government entities and you fucking suck the dick of the government.
When you come here, that's why I always say there's no such thing as like good billionaires and bad billionaires or whatever, that they only care about profit.
But I, your friendly multimillionaire socialist, do. I'm just like you guys. You should trust me. I mean, after all, those darn ultra-rich CEOs are screwing us all. I mean, even us casually rich multimillionaires. We aren't obsessed with profit like those greedy ultra-wealthy. Jeez, dude, what a joke. I mean, come on, there's gotta be no way this guy actually believes any of this. This has to be just some sort of bit he spews to his audience. There's just no way he believes this.
No, he does.
How do people still
He
think the Republican Party
believes
is
what
against
he
the
says.
establishment and the elite? Marketing. The reason why people think the Republican Party is against the establishment and the elite, despite the fact that it's comprised entirely of the elite and it's comprised entirely of the establishment, and it is the establishment once again, is because of marketing. Because they think it's the same reason why people think that someone like Ted Cruz, okay,
Lion Ted,
or any number of different like Republican politicians are real salt of the earth guys, and AOC, in
What do you
spite
mean?
of the fact that
They're
she was
all
a
shady
fucking
as fuck, too.
bartender
What are you talking
4
about?
years ago or 5 years ago, is actually not a real salt of the earth kind of person and not close to the working class because she's a brown woman, okay, from New York. Ted Cruz wears the snakeskin boots and can then adorn the aesthetics of the working class. And that's what it is. People respond to that. In the United States of America,
is it?
because class
Ted
politics are
Cruz
so
doesn't.
muddy,
Where does Ted
so-
Cruz live? He's an actual Southern boy, right? Versus AOC lives in New York. Is a cunt. Texas, yeah. So he's like so. I don't. Yeah, they're completely different people. Okay.
So eviscerated, so thoroughly gutted that how you look and how you carry yourself and how close you are to being like racist is a better signifier in the eyes of many.
Wait, Ted Cruz is racist? Wait, where is he going with this? Hold on. I'm confused. Ted Cruz is racist? Is Ted Cruz racist? Has he ever said anything this? Oh, is it because he... It's probably because of the whole Ketanji Brown Jackson and the and how he fucking like pushed her buttons on certain topics. That's probably why. Okay, let's go.
For being working class, for being of a working class background and being quote unquote woke.
Wow. Is Hassan really still upset that people laughed at him for trying to say he was closer to a homeless person?
Oh, oh no! I will forever laugh at this piece of shit. This guy's a joke.
Incarcerated firefighter than he was to Jeff Bezos. God, that criticism must have really gotten to him. What a fragile ego this guy has. I mean, come on.
I mean, he doesn't have a fragile ego. He would be spurging out if he had a fragile ego. I mean, he's keeping it in.
Expect. The guy is literally a multi-millionaire off the back of Jeff Bezos. He ain't nowhere near close to a homeless person. And to even suggest that he is frankly insulting.
Many of you are closer to them. Many of you are closer to them than you are to the likes of Elon Musk, myself included. Other billionaires are closer to homelessness than they are closer to Elon Musk.
See, when you start trying to put yourself into the equation, that's when it's just like, especially when you go on your moral grandstanding and virtue signaling and shit. Yeah, look, I think Hassan is an activist. Is he a bad guy? Probably not. But he is a socialist fuckhead. Right. His ideology is so fucked in the head.
It's virtually nothing different between
And
many
just
of you
in terms of how he does like his streaming and how he does political commentary. He doesn't even present the sides correctly. He misrepresents both sides and tries to morally grandstand on how he's superior on dealing with the situations of the Democrats and the Republicans.
Guys,
He thinks he's better than everyone in the political atmosphere, basically. He thinks he can fix all the issues.
and someone like myself, except for, like, I'm willing to bet that my beginning point is more affluent, more privileged.
You know, I really wonder if anyone is buying this whole I relate to the little guy routine that Hassan is just constantly spewing. Like, does his community really not just laugh at this slop? Like, I'm sure they meme about this sort of stuff all the time.
I mean,
But come on,
it looks like
deep
some of them
down
meme.
inside, they have to realize
Some of them
that they're
like
just
him,
in a
that's for sure. I
parasocial
mean, because they're sub to him.
relationship with a multi-millionaire. LARPing is one of the normie little guys of society. That has to tear some of them up on the inside, no? I mean, come on, the guy couldn't be more of a fraud.
I mean,
There is just like...
I mean, at the end of the day, he is a Twitch streamer. He is a content creator. He is a entertainment poop person, right? His content is actual slop, literally. God damn.
Like, absolutely no way someone couldn't realize this, right? I mean, they have to just be biting their tongues. They can't be that naive.
No,
they?
I mean, look, people have done stupider shit. Just look at where their money went with Kamala. It's just poof.
Unique about this predicament, what's unique about this situation
Just think about how people spend their money just so easily. Some people spend it on the dumbest shit possible.
unfolding in front of us is that this time around,
Some people spend it on short-term satisfaction. Right, and then once that short-term satisfaction's gone, that's it. Then they move on to the next short-term satisfaction. And they're addicted to that short-term satisfaction, so that's why they lose so much money.
the tech billionaires that have presented themselves as liberals for a very long time are openly saying they're on board with the Republican train now. They're on board the Trump train. They're going choo-choo.
Yeah, we already... Yeah, I saw that one earlier. Yeah, choo-choo, wee,
It's not
choo-choo.
weird or unique to see, oil barons at the inauguration. It's not unique or weird to see the likes of Miriam Adelson at the inauguration standing next to the Republican Party. What's unique is seeing Zuckerberg and the Google CEO and those guys. That's unique. Their presence at the Republican inauguration is unique because
why?
They have historically presented themselves as liberals.
So? Why does that matter? Was it Rogan has liberal friends. Rogan has Republican friends. Why does that matter? I'm pretty sure a lot of lawyers have Republican and Democrat friends. What does that matter?
Historically presented them. They've historically sided with the Democratic Party as their preferred way of getting their interest.
Okay, so they can still do that. There's nothing wrong with that. So and
across.
I don't get where he's going with this.
But the question I have
Okay,
remains, which is
he's getting to the point now.
Servile to their interests. Why do we have to sit back and let them dominate the conversation?
Oh, so you want them to throw a wrench in the machine? Is that it? Is that what you want? Is basically?
150 years ago.
It doesn't seem.
So you want them to do you want them to do a rebellion? Is that what you want? An uprising? You want them to stick it to the man? Right? You want them to not conform to society standards?
Is that Amy Klobuchar?
Oh my god, Hassan, such a rebel. Oh my god. Maybe you're the next Che Guevara.
It doesn't seem like a democracy, does it?
House wing of the Capitol was built, and in the midst of the Civil War, Congress dedicated this chamber to host statues.
Hassan is just so worried about the possibility of things shifting in the other direction on a lot of these platforms.
Well, I mean,
Because I'm sure as long as he could remember, things have just
Yeah.
been exactly the opposite. These companies have put him in a position where he could succeed, and he's just deathly afraid of someone from the opposite side being able to do what he's done. He can act like he's against the elite billionaires, but he has heavily profited off the backs of these people.
Yeah,
and their
yeah, this guy does political content every time, and he talks smack about these political leaders all the fucking time. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Even Asmongold does this shit. Destiny does this shit. A lot. There are some political streamers on Twitch that do this shit because it makes them money. Why else would they do it? They are entertainers on a fucking social media platform. Right? Their whole job is to fucking throw out slop content if they have to. Their whole being is to be a walking billboard for people to fucking just bounce ideas off of. Right? To have discussions, I guess, if you will.
companies. And he knows that. I mean, come on, Twitch is owned by Amazon, and
Yeah.
Amazon funds Twitch Prime memberships.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
his star
that's the
here
other
has
thing too.
lit-
It's like you're crying about that shit when Jeff Bezos is basically your boss. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck?
literally built his entire bank account.
Whine
off
some
the
more,
backs of
crybaby.
people he claims to hate on a daily basis. What I'm thinking is that this guy is really just worried about the fact that these companies might put his propaganda on the back burner.
Well,
in
good.
preference of
Because all
somebody
this dude
else.
spouts
And
is
in the head of a
propaganda.
multi-millionaire socialist that cares so much about the little
I mean,
guy,
with Destiny, he
that
doesn't spout as
really
much
scares him.
propaganda.
He probably just
But
assumed that these
he's kind
companies
of
would
the
just
same.
inherently be on his side for eternity. To be honest, this kind of just comes off like him being worried about his wallet in the end.
Well, yeah.
The guy is
I
just
mean,
worried about
all of these people, all these content creators are worried about their fucking wallet. They're on a platform where it's not even considered a real job by the government. They're even lucky that there's sub businesses or right talent agencies that deal with this kind of shit. They're lucky enough to have ad agencies that help them get advertising and stuff like that. Because if they didn't, oh boy, this thing they have here with Twitch and YouTube, that shit would be coming down real quick. Especially with all the big corporations that want to fucking smack down DMCA and copyright fucking takedowns on your shit. All right? All it takes is for one of these guys to be like, yeah, we're just turning off everything. And it's very easy for these companies to just turn it all off. All they have to say is, oh, yeah, that's it, we're done. Right? And flip the switch.
being deprioritized. He is
I
warning.
mean, just look at what happened when Twitch got fucking kicked out of, what was it, Korea? Right? That's it. That's a done deal. You got kicked out because a competitor came in and fucked your shit up.
About these companies seeing him as the radical that he is, and that they have treated the right as for so long. Watching
You're
him
playing a
storm at the
game of
thought of this
sharks and
has just
minnows.
been a little
Good
bit
fucking luck.
too amusing, I gotta say. Alright, well, guys, I've said my bit. I hope you guys liked the video, and if you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And if you want to watch more content like this, YouTube thinks you're gonna like this video right here.
Yeah, thank you for the video. I like how he says tech billionaires because he's a millionaire off the back of a tech billionaire. I know, right? The irony. The part that gets me is he sits on his moral high horse about anti-Semitism. Well, he goes so hard for yeah, he goes so hard for Hamas, and vilifies Israel. Right? He basically vilifies the Jews for some fucking reason. Don't know why. He talked about how all the super rich, high class white bitches should get raped, basically. Kind of pretty fucked up. It talks about wanting fascism all the time. And he keeps spouting socialist ideology. I mean, he's a propagandist at best. He's more worried losing viewers and money than any fake fascism he tries to gaslight about. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, yeah, they have to, right? I hate to say it, but streamers go where the viewers want them to go, right? The viewers at one point could just up and leave whenever they want. Right, if every viewer just decided, oh yeah, I'm done watching. That's it for the streamer. I'm just fucking gone. Fascist aesthetics are Hassan's new favorite buzzwords. This is what fear sounds like. Fascism says the fascists. Feel bad for Japan, right? Having to host him. Oh, is he being hosted by Japan right now? I want to see this for the next 4 years straight. Is that much to... Bro knows Baron is aware of his shit talk. Knows Baron is in his dad's ear. Wait, is Baron Trump actually paying attention to streamers? Is that why? He's so boring. Why do people watch this stream? I mean, they pay him money. They want to see him crash. Some of these people, I think, want to see him crash and burn. I think some people genuinely like him. And then, right, some people genuinely hold the same ideology, right? So you got a mixed bag. Fashion of fascism. Bro really thinks that America will go fuel Hugo Boss. Speak on the humanity of the victims. Since when did you ever do that? So, yeah. I'm afraid it's afraid. I'm starting to believe the Hassan autism theory. He almost never looks at the camera when talking. He's too scared to. Because everyone will see that he's just a fucking wimp. Weak ass bitch. Anyways, what time is it? I think I gotta go. Cause, yeah, I gotta go. I got class in the morning. I gotta wake up in the morning for.